Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Myself Malkari Santhosh. We are in part 12 with JBehave with Serenity BDD series. So in last video we have seen how to run multiple stories. So in this video we're gonna learn how to run individual stories using metafilters. So when we are using metafilters, that means we need to add tags to our story. So if I go to the GitHub story, we don't have any specific tag appended with this story. So we can add any tag here and we can make it as individual to this scenario. Okay, in order to add a tag, we need to use @ and we can add the name of the tag. So it can be anything. For example, it is a GitHub. So it's a GitHub. So GitHub story, and I will add a tag with YouTube story. So once you have added the tag, so this tag we can use it to run the story individually. So let me open the Maven command, and if you see we have clean verify serenity :aggregate. So in order to work with the meta filter, we need to add one more parameter. So that Maven can identify the meta filter tag. So use meta filter equals add plus, then add the tag name. So I want to run GitHub story. So let me run YouTube. So only YouTube story. So let me just paste here. So once you have mentioned the tag name in the meta filter under Maven command, so it will run only YouTube story. Okay, let's click apply and let's run only this particular story. And it started running. So it will delete the target folder as we mentioned the clean command. Then it will recompile it and it will execute using surefire plugin. So it launched the browser. So it should open the YouTube story and then close the browser. So it launched the browser and it launched the application of YouTube, and so it should close the browser and should terminate the execution and generate the report. It should launch the GitHub. So it's opened the YouTube. Yeah. So execution is successful. Now it is generating the report. So okay, it executed only one test case because we have given only one tag with YouTube story. So it has run only YouTube story. Let's see, open the report, and so we have only one test case. And if you see, it ran only YouTube story and it didn't touch the GitHub story. Okay, the execution coverage is 0%. Okay, so we also can relate these with the feature files. Okay, so if you have multiple features in your application, we can also relate this. You can keep all the features under common tag. You can keep this GitHub story as a unique tag for this particular scenario. And if you have to run multiple stories with same tag, you can add features. Let's say you have 4 stories which you need to run all the scenarios in common. So let's add features. So all features comes under Git. Okay, so I mentioned Git. So all features, for example, let's say, let me use the same feature here. I am using this as YouTube feature. So if you have 2 more stories, for example, 2 more GitHub stories to do for perform other actions, you can add this features Git tag there, and all the scenarios under this tag it will execute. Okay, same it will do for the YouTube scenarios. Okay, and how to add this to your Maven command? So let's open the Maven command, and instead of writing this YouTube story, let's write features and write the tag which you have added for the, so we have added as Git. So let's write Git and add, as if we are giving space in between features and Git, let's add double quotes, so it will be in single command. Okay, now if you added features as Git, now click apply and click OK. So if I click on run, so it should run only the features which describes Git. So it started executing. Now this time it will not trigger YouTube because this feature is related to Git. So it started testing. So it will launch the browser and launch the Git application. And it will, as there are 2 scenarios in Git, so it will launch the 2 scenarios with 2 usernames, and it should close the application. So it's saying one story excluded for Git, because the story which was excluded is nothing but YouTube. Okay, this was having different feature, so it executed that. So it executed the two scenarios. And if I open this, now you see there are two stories. YouTube story has been excluded and GitHub story has been ran. Now if I come down, I will be having functional coverage overview under these features. So we have ran the Git feature, right? So we will be having Git here. So the feature name is Git. Under this, there will be two scenarios. So these are the scenarios. In this report, you can see it very illustrative. So whatever the things we have added in the stories, we can see it in detail here. This is how you can manage how many stories have been executed and what are the stories which have ran for this particular execution and what are the feature files which are appended with this. All this you can manage here in this report. Okay. So this is all about this video. In the next video, I will show you if there is any uh, assertion went wrong in the execution, how the report will be displayed. So these things we will see it in the next video. Thank you.